Well, Brett, obviously with Cruz, you just didn't want to take a risk with a player that wasn't 100%. How far off was he?
He was a little bit. He probably needed, the game to be played on Wednesday or something to really consider him. So, we sort of look after the best thing for Matthew and the best thing for the team to make sure that we've got fit men available. So that was really important.
So, so if you win, I mean, I know it's all about tomorrow, but if you do win, he'd probably be okay next week.
Well, unless something goes wrong, which we've seen that can happen during the week, but he should be right to play next week. He's in our plans, but we've got a bit of water to go under the bridge. But he'll be right probably next week.
You were qualified in your assessment of Cruiser and Jamieson during the week. Is Jamo 100% fit?
Yeah, he is. He's responded really well, moved extremely well the other day, and really pleased. So he'll definitely play.
How do you sort of approach the way you move the ball into attack without obviously Cruiser there, Wade still not there? Do you have to sort of be a bit more careful about the way you do it?
No, not really. I thought last week, I suppose not having the taller options there and then having a really small forward line really enabled St Kilda to get back and really clog up the space. And I think our midfielders were really reluctant to kick the ball in there. And I think when you have a big-bodied person, and we've seen that last night in the game, that just even to create a reference point for Jeff and Eddie and those players is really handy. And Satanta will be there and another tool, so that'll give us a reference point to go into.
And Brett, obviously the last two finals, the eliminations have been tight ones. You've gone down. Are you or the club feeling that pressure of expectation this week?
Not really. It's something that I suppose you reflect on and you sort of think about it. And there's no doubt, the Brisbane one was a lot different to the Sydney game. And then, dare say, so will this. Tomorrow's game will be completely different to any of those games. So, just to have the game in Melbourne, it's been a real benchmark for us to get a home final in Melbourne, and to have that opportunity. And what better to have it against the rivals? We've got a great rivalry, one of the best going around. So to get this opportunity is what we've played for.
Is there any lessons you can take out of those previous final losses?
I think you take disappointment, and there's no doubt that with disappointment becomes a lot of hunger and resolve, and I suppose players reflect on that a little bit, and experiencing it yourself in 93, 94, we went out in straight sets, and then in 95 we got the ultimate success. But going through those losses actually makes you a lot more steelier and ready for the combat. So I think sometimes going through a loss actually helps you to to get the prize that you're after.
Do you think that's sort of something that's driven the team the whole year this year?
I think it's always been in the back of their mind. Yeah.
What's the greatest threat?
The greatest threat? Them kicking a bigger score than us, that would be a big threat. I suppose Watson's influence around the ball would be one that when he plays extremely well around there, he really sets the tone, and he's a great leader for them, and one that could really influence a game very quickly. So he could be the one that really generates a lot of drive for them.
Just on the attack, is Jamo likely to spend some time?
He'll probably start down back, and then we'll go from there. But he did show us, and that was really good for future planning, that we can throw him forward and have an impact, which was great. So from that point of view, it's given us a lot of confidence to think, well, if it doesn't work for him down back or the team, we have that ability to throw someone forward. So we were really pleased with that. A couple of weeks ago, it would have been nice to use him there last week, but not to be. But he'll probably play down back and then maybe pinch hit every now and then.
The Dean Wallace saga, do you reckon that's going to unsettle them a bit?
Probably not, no. I think, it's finals, it's a different ball game, it's a different there. Yeah, they would have dealt with that internally, but they'll be pretty focused, yep.
Just on Jardim, we saw last time with Selwood sort of crashing into him a lot of times. Do you expect Jardim to sort of get that similar sort of treatment?
Yeah, I think he will. I think most of the players have any influence for both of the teams will have a fairly close checking, physical sort of focus by both teams. So, Murphy will probably get his attention, Watson will get his, Zacharakis, Stanton, they'll get theirs. So I think it'll be going both ways.